Hello, my friend. So I want to be really candid with you about the law of attraction really quickly. So the law of attraction has made a huge impact in my life because it has allowed me to be with the perfect woman that I love. With my wife, Shauna, of 9 years. It's allowed me to pretty much get rid of the chronic fatigue that I had in my body, eradicate that, eradicate the graft versus host disease in my body from my bone marrow transplant. It's brought me to the wonderful clients, the people that I work with, just the health of my body, but it's also been a hindrance. And I'm sure those of you that are watching this video and that have also watched my other videos feel that same way. How you just get tired of being the creator of your life. It's too much stress. It's too much difficulty. And to be honest with you, I feel that all the time. So I'm right there with you. The reason I produce the videos that I do and make the videos that I do is because I know that the things that I'm sharing with you guys work. And I know that because they've worked for me. They've worked for the people that I work with and coach. But they also, you can't always remember those things. It's hard to remember those things. And I've had so many different experiences where I continually manifest things that are unwanted, that I don't want. And then I have to realize that I did attract those experiences as a result of me not being in alignment with my soul, with my inner being. And so I just had this conversation with a friend of mine, and she was just complaining about all the things that are happening to her now, all the things that she doesn't want. She was talking about how her rent's going up and how her boss is a biatch and how she doesn't like the people that she works with. And so I tried to help remind her of the importance of just aligning with what it is that we want. And I kept trying to get her to feel herself in the state of being where she wants to be. And I understand the difficulty of that because I do that all the time. I lose sight of where I want to be because things that are going wrong in my body, in my life, the things that I do not want, they're not going wrong. They're just not going the way I want them to. As a result of them not going the way that I want, I keep manifesting that very thing. I keep paying attention to what's right in front of me, right? What I'm experiencing. And I forget to go inside my mind and use that imaginal power, the power of my mind, to visualize what it is that I want. And so for instance, right now I've been dealing with lungs. My lungs have not, as you guys have known who watched the videos for the last few months, my lungs have not been what I wanted them to be. They're a result of long haul COVID. Oh, there's a pigeon. There's a long haul COVID and a result of me just feeling too much stress in my own body and not being able to breathe. And so during the week when I'm working 40 hours with clients and then having to work out and go take my dog for a walk and hang out with my wife, I forget to do the things that are necessary for me to align vibrationally with what it is that I want. And that includes imagination. Playing the wouldn't it be nice game, that one works for me. But the one that works best for me now is asking myself, how would I feel if my desire were present now? And when I ask myself that, I place my hand on my heart and I feel myself emotionally and imaginally in that place of wanting what it is that I want. Excuse me, I just burped. It's not always easy. It's hard because if I want my lungs to be free and open, where I feel like I can get a full breath in at every second, most of the time it's happening now, right? I'm about 95% there. But when I'm right there, I just got a full breath in. It felt wonderful. But when I'm 95% there, I tend to get a little lazy, and I don't know if you feel that same way, but I tend to get a little bit lazy and go, oh, well, I was only 60% there a few months ago. Now I'm 95% there. So I stop. And for me, that's the idea of the seed, literally the plant coming through the ground, and now you have this baby plant and it's growing, but then you stop watering it. I stopped watering it. And so if you're like me, and I'm assuming you are because we're all in this together and we're all pretty similar human beings, don't stop doing what you need to do until you're there 100%. That's kind of the gist of it. But also, just, it's unfortunate that the law of attraction is what it is, because a lot of us are attracting by default. We're attracting the things that we don't want, but yeah, we don't want them. We just keep looking at the things that we do not want, and so we're putting our tuner on 88.8 when in reality we want to be listening to the music that's being produced on 100.1. But if you keep thinking about 88.8 and you keep feeling the negative emotions that are coming from 88.8, you're just going to keep getting 88.8. The beauty of the law of attraction, though, is that well-being abounds. Is that the trees that you see behind me and the bushes, they may die, but they keep growing. There's a life force within them that wants the best for them. So well-being is the dominant state of the day. That is what we have to keep remembering. And so the statement, what you want wants you, is 1,000% true when it comes to the law of attraction. The trick is aligning with what it is that you want, and that's where we have to play those mental games. That's where we have to use affirmations. That's the only way that we can place ourselves in the state of feeling as if it exists right now. If you're good at convincing yourself otherwise, and you start going and buying, if you want to be a millionaire, and you start going and buying all these things, but you don't have the money, that's fine too. It's very likely that if you do feel as if you're a millionaire, that those things are going to keep showing up. But you might want to start by playing in your mind, feeling as if you're a millionaire there first, and truly feeling it in your body. Change your state of being, not just change your mind. So that's kind of the trick as well. Change your state of being by feeling yourself there. That's why the rich get rich and the poor get poor, the healthy stay healthy, and the sick keep getting sicker. Feel your body, feel yourself in the place of being where you want to be, whether that be health, wealth, relationships, whatever it is. I remember with Shauna, I imagined for 2 years pretty much what it would feel like every single day, as frequently as I could, being with my perfect partner, cuddling her, kissing her, just having the fun together. And 2 years later, granted it took 2 years, when I first met Shauna, well, that was a year into it, we became friends for another year. But when we first got together and I cuddled her, it felt better than when I had imagined it. And I had imagined it every single day. But I remember thinking to myself, well, now what the hell am I going to think about? Now that I know that this person, this woman, is the right person for me, what am I going to imagine now? But that's the beauty of the law of attraction. You get to imagine bigger and better things. So unfortunately, for me, I don't have to imagine my relationship anymore because I have the perfect relationship. And when things go awry, I imagine what it would feel like if we were in our relationship and we're having a little struggle here and there, little tiffs. I imagine what it would feel like for us to be more communicative, more open, more authentic with each other. And then I change that about myself. And voila, what happens? Those things show up for our relationship as well. It happens with everything. We get what we think about. We get what we, not just what we think about, but we get what we are. We manifest what we are. And that's what they mean by when people say that, by feeling yourself in the place of being there. of feeling as if you're wealthy, as feeling as if you're healthy, feeling as if you're in the perfect relationship. Once you feel that, and you feel it in the whole core of your being, like you actually feel yourself there, it has to show up. That's the law. That's why the law of attraction is what it is. If you jump off a building, you will fall down. That's the law of gravity. The law of attraction is the same. And everyone who's successful will tell you that. They had a clear vision and they knew they were going to get there. They felt as if it was for them, as if they were destined for it. And so guess what? They got it. That's kind of my story for the day. You and me and we attract what we are. So just being fully transparent, we have to stop giving so much credence to what we see happening. We have to accept what's happening. And then we have to move forward into using our minds and our emotions to feel as if we're in that place. Pretending, using your imagination. That's why it's such a powerful tool. That's why kids use it. That's why kids have so much fun. It's because they're using their imaginal power. So, you get to go use your imaginal power. I don't want to victim blame or anything like that, but the law of attraction is going to give you what you are. So if you feel as if you are a victim, you will continue to be victimized by people around you and situations around you. If you feel as if you are a victor, you will continue to put yourself in those situations. The universe will align itself to match exactly what it is that you are, how you feel. And so it's up to us to change it. Like when I get sick, when something happens to me unwanted, I just have to, in my own mind, have that conversation that it's nobody's fault but mine. It's like things happen to us and that sucks, and bad things happen to us, really bad things, abuse and diseases and all those things. But it doesn't mean that we have to continue to be victim to those. It means that we have the opportunity now, the choice to change that. And as we change that, the universe will match those thoughts, those feelings, and will bring those to us. And yeah, so the law of attraction is absolutely spectacular when things are going right. When things are going wrong, it sucks. And so that's the game of understanding, okay, things are going wrong. Unwanted things are happening. It's not going exactly as I want. And so all I have to do is change that. Change it within my mind. Change the story that I'm telling myself. We're always telling ourselves stories. Change the story in your own mind. Once the story in your mind changes, the external reality changes. All the experiences begin to match that. That is the law of attraction. And just like Dorothy said, all the power is within you, my dear. Or not Dorothy, Glenda. All the power is within you, my dear. So I want to add this. Stop blaming other people for your circumstances. Even in your relationship, people will say, or your bosses or your coworkers will say, oh, those people are so mean and negative and they're hurtful. And they may be all those things, so I'm not negating that. But it is easy for you to leave. And it's easy for you to change your dynamic by changing your vibration. And so how you do that is you tell a different story about them. You play in your own mind. You make it so important to you that you have better dynamics with the people around you, that you start playing in your mind and you say mantras such as, all the people that come into my reality are kind to me. People like being around me. I love being around people that are kind and smart, fun, uplifting. It's so fun to be with people that like me and that I like, and that we get along and that we have a great time together. It's so fun to have people that respect me and honor me and see the divinity and the uniqueness within me. As you play that game in your own mind and you feel that in your being, you change your state of being, those people become that to you. That is how it works. My wife said, I've never met so many people, I've never been a person until we got together that got so much free stuff until I got together with you. And why do people give me free things? Do I deserve free things more than you? Absolutely not. But I don't know. I tend to connect with people and they tend to want to give me free stuff. Just is what it is. So, the people in your life are not the problem. And I'm going to victim blame for a second. I told you I wasn't going to, but we are the problem. When I was having a problem with a close person in my life, I said, I'm just going to change my dynamic about that person. I'm going to change my interactions with that person. I'm not going to request that that person change for me. I'm going to change me. And that person will respond in kind. And it has. So, there may be times, and these times may be frequent, that you need to leave the situation if it's an abusive relationship. It's a very unhealthy dynamic. But if you still feel as if you want to try, you want to continue on with the relationship, through the law of attraction, you change your story in regards to the individual. And that story is the story in your own mind. You tell yourself a different story. You imagine yourself having that kind of relationship and that dynamic together, a more healthy dynamic. You use those mantras and you feel those mantras. You just don't say them, you feel them, because that's the way that you are sending that signal to the universe, right? That's the way that you are attuning so that the frequency can match what you are sending out. You feel it, and once you feel it, and they don't match that, like the secret says, they will zig while you zag. You have the power. It's within you. It's not external from you. You have the power. You are planting seeds in the fertile field that is called life. And the plants that grow from those seeds are the ones that you water and tend to. If you do not water them with love, and you do not give them light with faith, you can bet your bottom dollar you're not going to get what it is that you want. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You are the power. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. All right, Marianne Williamson. I can go in and tell you that quote in another time, but it is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. You were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within you. It is within everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others from theirs. And that is how we will end it today. Love you guys. Talk to you next time. Bye.